The armored empath. These empaths protect themselves by shutting down their empathic abilities entirely. Jung described them as having built psychological fortresses around their hearts. While they avoid further abuse, they also lose access to their gift entirely. Jung noted they often become cynical and emotionally disconnected, essentially choosing safety over authenticity. Type 3. The wounded healer. These empaths transform their trauma into a mission to help others. While admirable, Jung warned this type often remains trapped in what he called compulsive rescue patterns. They've learned to set boundaries, but still derive their worth from being needed. Jung observed they haven't fully integrated their shadow and remain vulnerable to sophisticated manipulation. Type 4. The sovereign empath. This is Jung's final stage. Empaths who have achieved complete integration of their empathic gifts with their shadow elements. Jung wrote, "They have become what I can only describe as conscious vessels, able to hold the full spectrum of human experience without being corrupted or depleted by it." Jung identified specific characteristics of sovereign empaths. They can feel others' emotions without taking responsibility for them. They detect manipulation instantly, but respond with compassion rather than anger. They maintain boundaries without walls, and they've developed what Jung called archetypal wisdom, understanding human behavior at the deepest psychological levels. The key difference, Jung noted, is that sovereign empaths have fully embraced their own shadow. They no longer project their disowned darkness onto others, making them immune to the psychological hooks that narcissists use. Jung documented several dangers inherent in reaching the final stage of empathic development that made him question whether this evolution was worth the cost. The isolation factor. Jung observed that sovereign empaths often lived in profound isolation. They have outgrown the psychological level of most humans, he wrote. Like adults trying to relate to children, the gap in consciousness creates an unbridgeable divide. Many reported feeling like aliens in their own families and communities. The burden of sight. These empaths could no longer unsee the psychological patterns driving human behavior. Jung noted they often experienced what he called archetypal fatigue, exhaustion from constantly witnessing the same unconscious patterns playing out in human relationships. They could predict relationship failures, see through political manipulation, and detect emotional patterns years before they manifested.